Fall of 1964, America in the thralls enthralled with the British invasion. And I got Lost 45 for you by the Beatles. You might have forgotten about. Let's go to Billboard's Hot 100, October 17th, 1964. And some of the hits that you might remember from that week, I'm Crying by, well, bear with me, Ride the Wild, it's jumping all over the place. Come a Little Bit Closer by J.D. Americans at number 22 that week, up from 37. Previous week, Ride the Wild Surf by Jan and Dean, written by Jan Berry and Roger Christian, DJ in Los Angeles. Doors Still Open to My Heart by Dean Martin at number 24, up from 44 previous week. And, of course, The British Invasion, Tobacco Road by the Nashville Teens. And From a Window by Billy J. Kramer at number 27. Matchbox by the Beatles at number 17. And let's go to song number 30. I believe it's just barely in the top for you at number 39. Well, I'll get to the peak position in just a minute. The Beatles with Slow Down. It's got that raw bluesy. This is not quite as slick as I Feel Fine and I Want to Hold Your Hand. This is kind of closer to the rawness, to the sheer energy of Twist and Shout. Maybe a little bit more subdued than Twist and Shout. This record, Slow Down, was originally done by Larry Williams. It was a 24 bar blues record done by Larry Williams. You might remember Larry Williams, Short Fat Fanny, back in 1957-58. He did Slow Down originally off the Specialty record label, and the song recorded in Hollywood in Los Angeles back in the late 50s by Larry Williams. And the Beatles having a go at the blues. You don't really associate the Beatles with the blues as far as the British Invasion goes. That's more in line with Eric Burdon and the Animals and, of course, the Rolling Stones. But the Beatles, you might remember, well, it's not a blues record, but they did a lot of covers. You might remember their cover of Money. It was fantastic. It's maybe not that well produced, but it was very energetic. I love their version of the song Money by the Beatles version of that record. Anyway, let's go back to this record, Slow Down. John Lennon on lead vocals, obviously. The Parlophone record label released this song on an EP in England back in June of '64. The EP was called Long Tall Sally. Here in the States, the song came off an album called Something New, which was released by Capitol Records. That was about a month later in July, and that was along with Matchbox, also off that album. So the Beatles, they're going back on the sock hop years. They're jamming. Slow Down. Slow Down went to number 25 on Billboard's Hot 100. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 7 weeks. Glad to bring this Lost 45 to you by the Beatles. Slow Down.